Chapter 3 Road Trip. Travis, you sleeping? I heard. It was Uncle Ricky nudging my arm. I dozed off. Lois, this boy went to sleep before we even hit the interstate. What were you dreaming about? Your little girlfriend? She'll be all right. We're not staying long. I figured the funeral should be in a couple of days. What do you think, Pops? Around Tuesday is when they should bury her? I saw Papa Red as he went tense at the comment. Then suddenly, the station wagon veered off the highway and halted hard to a rocking stop. Red slammed the shifter level into park, turned to Ricky and shouted, "Get out!" Mama joined in on him as well. "Ricky, why would you go and say something as stupid and insensitive as that?" "What? What did I say?" "You said enough. Now get out!" yelled Red, fuming with rage. "I'm not getting out. This is my station wagon. It might be in your name, but you ain't made one payment in over 2 months. Had it not been for me and your sister, it would have been repoed a long time ago. Now get out before I throw you out." "Daddy, wait," said Mama. "Ricky, you know you can't be joking like that. Tell Red you're sorry so we can get back on the road." Pouting like a little boy with his arms folded tight to his chest, he purposely held us in suspense before a classic apology. I'm sorry I said Aunt Eleanor would be dead and buried by Tuesday. She should make it to Friday." Before those words could settle, Red was out of the station wagon and at Ricky's door, breathing flames on the window. I feared what would happen next. Mama was pleading for Red to stop, and from where I was seated, I could feel the midday traffic whipping. "Unlock this damn door, boy!" hollered Red while pulling at the handle. "Unlock this door so I can give you the beating you never got." Red's wife, Grandma Ellis, wasn't in Mama's or Uncle Ricky's lives long, but apparently when she was, she didn't allow many spankings. Papa Red was every bit as tall as his son, but 2 times heavier. Like a mad gorilla pulling and jerking on the handle, he was really trying to rip the door off the hinges. The station wagon rocked and swayed from side to side until finally something came free. "Great! Now see what you've done?" Mama said to Red. "You couldn't stop until something broke." Standing there outside with the broken part in his hand, Red's face gradually began to show relief. He knew how much his son hated when people broke his things, and by knowing this, his once menacing grimace had grown into a peaceful smile. Strolling back to the driver's side, he got in and casually tossed the handle into Ricky's lap. "Good thing it's not in my name." Our family wasn't a normal family, but then again, I didn't know many families that were. Most of the daddies were in jail, gone from the home, or even dead. Lots of times, mothers had to play 2 roles, and if both parents were still living together, they fought so much it was best for the children that they separated. That was something I just couldn't understand. Why would God say it was right to be married when it hardly ever seemed to work out? Red's wife left him while he was overseas in the military. She'd put her own children on a Greyhound bus and sent them to Harlem to live with Aunt Eleanor, who was already raising her kids by herself after her husband died from lung cancer. Kenya's family wasn't much different from the rest of us. Like me, she hadn't seen her daddy in a while, and her mom was what Red called a bona fide alcoholic. Due to her daddy having so many failed relationships and girlfriends, poor Kenya had younger half-siblings spread out all over the state of South Carolina. It had been about 9 months since Hurricane Hugo ripped through the tiny island of Batham. Trees were still scattered all next to the interstate. I remembered seeing one house that was missing its roof. It had been picked up and placed neatly in a neighbor's backyard 2 houses down the street. After 9 months without a roof, I doubted the owners would ever rebuild. "Well, which one is it, Snickers or Mr. Goodbar?" Mama asked. "Both," I said with eagerness. We were in North Carolina as far as I could tell by the many license plates. In response to my greediness, Uncle Ricky chuckled, then yawned a huge yawn while wiping the sleep from his face. Then he left to use the bathroom. "Travis, it's one or the other. Now which one do you want?" "What if you get me a Mr. Goodbar and I get the Snickers?" I said as my mouth grew wet. the tasty, chocolatey, peanut-filled caramel candy bar. With every passing second, the craving intensified. "And where did you get money from?" asked Mama, sounding suspicious. "Papa Red gave me money for helping him cut the grass." "Helping him cut the grass? You weren't even home when he did the yard." "I just can't believe how free-handed that man is when it comes to giving you money. When I was a little girl, I had to practically be his slave before I could get a quarter. If you want to spend your little money on snacks, then so be it. But you can only eat one candy bar now and the other when we get to Harlem. I'm not trying to deal with a hyped-up 10-year-old, a drunken 27-year-old, and a crazy old man on this very long trip." When we were all finished shopping, pumping gas, and using the restrooms, Uncle Ricky was the only one still out of the car. Being the sneaky person that I am, I knew he'd forget that the door handle was broken. Wanting to get a good laugh, I closed my eyes and put my headphones on as he approached. With the headset on, but without the Walkman actually playing any music, I heard him loud and clear as he tried to get in. Smiling, with my eyes closed, I was busy moving my head back and forth as if my favorite song was blasting in my ears. I even started singing along with the imaginary tunes. "My girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time," I said again and again while bouncing my head to a non-existent beat. Papa Red and Mama were settled in the front seats, listening to an Al Green tape, "I'm Still in Love with You." Red was singing along as he ate hot-boiled peanuts and sipped on Coca-Cola. The music was turned up just loud enough so that at the moment, both their attentions were somewhere other than the station wagon. Then I heard Mama laughing. "See, Daddy, you done broke the doggone door, so now your only beloved son can't get in, and your smart aleck grandson is pretending not to hear him knocking. Oh, he's definitely your grandson." "Oh, well," said Red, "I guess since Ellen's going to be dead and gone by Friday, it won't make any difference if he's there or not." "Daddy, stop!" Mama hollered as Red started backing away with Uncle Ricky banging on the window. "You know Travis is back there listening to every word. You don't want him growing up like his uncle now, do you?" "Okay," said Red. "He's lucky to have you for a sister. If you weren't here, I would have thrown his butt out 100 miles ago." "Travis, let your uncle in and stop pretending to be listening to music. The only cassette you have for that thing is up here with me, and I know you're not bobbing your head that hard to country music, which is the only radio station we're picking up." "Travis, let your uncle in and stop acting crazy, boy." "Huh? Ma'am, you say something?" I asked after removing the headphones. Red nearly lost a mouthful of peanuts from laughing. "Let your uncle in and quit playing around," Mama said while giggling. "Oh, okay," I said, smilingly, while leaning over to open the door. "Man, y'all real funny, huh?" said Uncle Ricky as he put down a brown bag of beer on the floorboard behind Mama's seat. "Why's this trip taking so long?" he asked. "Maybe 'cause you ain't driving," Red snapped. He seemed irritated by his son. The fact that Uncle Ricky had recently moved back in after being gone for years didn't help. He started off his life good as far as I knew. He was a star basketball player who'd gotten himself a full athletic scholarship to the University of South Carolina. I still don't know all the details of a scholarship, but I'm pretty sure it had something to do with how well he played basketball in high school and the college paying for his education in order to get him to play for them. A pretty good deal if you ask me. He'd done well in college during his first year. He even had an NBA guy talk to him a few times. But in the second year, things changed drastically, according to Mama. Drastically was a word she used a lot, until she read a book about the power of words and how they affect your everyday life. Now she tries to speak nothing but positive words. Entirely too much information for a 10-year-old, but she still reminded me to use the right words every now and then. Anyways, Mama said in his second year, Uncle Ricky started smoking reefer or weed or whatever it's called, and he started drinking a lot more. He also got a girl pregnant, but she'd lost a baby. He'd gotten 2 more girls pregnant. One either lost it or gave it up for adoption, and the other kept the baby. Kendra is the name of the girl who kept hers. The baby was named after him, and Mama says after it was born, Ricky's life almost completely went to crap. He started drinking more, smoking more reefers. They never had money to buy simple things for the baby like diapers and formula. As a result, the couple couldn't get along. Finally, the university didn't want anything to do with him or his issues. Mama said it was all because Red's wife left them when they were kids, which was also the reason my daddy wasn't in our life. I really didn't understand it all, but I figured I would once I got to be grown.